Hey, welcome to this video. Do you struggle giving feedback to people? Well, if you do, then this video is for you, because in this video I'm going to describe a very practical, easy to use and insightful way to give feedback to others, especially when you have a work situation or a situation with a family member or a friend or maybe your neighbor that really needs to do some talking. So this method actually has 4 different stages: circumstance, emotional response, consequence, pause, preferred action. So a very easy way to use this method is actually to create a script for yourself and write it all out, the whole feedback you want to give. In this script, you first write the circumstance and try to be as concrete and detailed as you possibly can and try to use different circumstances. So let me give you an example. So let's say, for example, that I have a neighbor that throws away my mail. My mail comes in, my neighbor goes there, takes it out, throws it away. It really annoys me. So for the circumstance part of the feedback, you write down, for example, the circumstances that you have experienced. Like 2 days ago, when I went to get the mail, I saw that my mail was out. And when I looked outside the other day, I saw that you were actually taking my mail out and throwing it away. So it's really funny. This example might be a bit funny, right? It's a bit unrealistic as well, but it is a very useful method. So circumstance, you try to describe the circumstances as concretely as you possibly can. The second part is your emotional response. So you can say something like, if I used a funny example of just now of the neighbor throwing away my mail, I can say something like, when I saw you doing that, it really created a feeling of disgust and anger within me. The third part is the consequence. So you can say, for example, the consequence of this was that I felt no longer inclined to have a talk with you or to be kind to you, right? And this severs our relationship in this neighborhood, and it makes us unfriendly to each other, and by doing so creates a unfriendly sphere and an unfriendly environment around my house, and I don't want that. So that's number 3, that's the consequence. Now it's very crucial to have a pause, to create a pause. Okay, you create a pause so that the information that you just shared can be synced in. Okay? So you engage a little pause. And then number 4 is you say the preferred action. Okay? So you can say, for example, at the end, next time when you're going to get your mail, just leave my mail alone, and if you get it out, just bring it to my door. This is how you can give feedback in a good and consistent manner. So let me give the whole example like together one time, so you can hear how it sounds like when I say it together. Hey, I've noticed a few times that when I get my mail is out, and I saw you a couple of times taking the mail out and throwing it away. We have the same mailbox, but I saw this happening a few times. And what it does to me when I see this is that it creates an emotion of anger, an emotion of disgust. And the consequence of this is that I don't want to meet you anymore. I don't feel to be friendly to you anymore. And this results in us not having a good environment of our home, not feeling safe eventually even. What I would love to ask you is the next time when you go out to get your mail, to leave my mail alone. And if you get it out, just bring it to my front door. Of course, this is a funny example, but you can apply it on everything. And what I do recommend is that you can write the script down on a piece of paper, practice it a few times, and then go on and have that difficult conversation with your colleague, with your boss, with your girlfriend, with your boyfriend, with your neighbor, whoever, with your family even. It's really effective. A really effective tool to give feedback by a psychologist. Have a good day.